In this video, I'm going to tell you 3 things homeowners need to know about gas meters, and I'm going to tell you right now. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. I've been plumbing over 38 years, and I have every master endorsement in the state of Texas. On this channel, I'm teaching you everything you need to know about plumbing. If you haven't been here before, please subscribe so you don't miss anything. Okay, so seriously, gas meters. Guys, natural gas is a flammable material, and I know you know that, but this has been a big deal lately because the state of Texas has talked about eliminating the Texas plumbing license. Now, to most people, they would say, yay, we don't have to hire a plumber anymore. The problem is, if you don't have a licensed plumber, you don't have somebody trained to work on natural gas, medical gas, and things like that. My thought process here is natural gas, something that can explode, something that can cause your house to catch on fire. There's certain things that I would want to know. There's certain things that I would want to know to help me make my house safer. So here's the thing. Number one, once the gas provider comes out and puts a lock on your gas meter, you're in trouble. And what I mean by that is, even as a plumber, I can't come take your lock off. But once the gas company has put a lock on it, that is their signal to the city and to the plumber that you now need to pull a permit and get an inspection in order to get your gas turned back on. Guys, that costs you as the homeowner money. So I always tell people, if you think you've got a gas leak and it's outside or it's not too bad or you think you know what it is, the gas company may not be the one you want to call if this is something you think you can handle yourself. Now here in Texas, as a homeowner, you're allowed to work on your own gas system. So that's why I'm saying there's things to think about here for the financial investment that you're fixing to make. And don't get me wrong, I think if you're working on a gas system, you need to call a licensed plumber. We've been trained in it, we understand it, we know what's right, we know what's wrong. But the thing to remember is, once your gas meter is locked out, it's going to take a permit and a city inspection to get it turned back on. Now, you can do this as a homeowner in Texas, but I highly recommend calling a licensed plumber to make sure that it gets done right the first time and your family's safety is your number one concern. So the number 2 thing is, if you think you have a gas leak and the leak is at the meter, sniff around, see where you think it smells from. Give you a side tip here, don't use fire to try to find a gas leak. That's not really smart. But what you can do is take a spray bottle, put a little bit of liquid soap in the bottom and put some water in it and go out there and spray around your meter. And by doing this, if you get bubbles somewhere, that lets you know where the leak is. Now, if it's right on top of the meter and you've got a big enough wrench, you might be able to snug that up just a little bit. Guys, if you can stop it from leaking, you're fine. Remember, if the gas company comes out and detects a leak, they're going to shut it off. Chances are they're not even going to look for it. They're not going to try to find out if it's right there. They're just going to come out and say, yes, you have a leak. We need to shut it off. Now you need to call a plumber. Testing this, the way I'm telling you, by using the spray bubbles, is a great way to do it. This is what most plumbers do. Now they do have electronic equipment that has a gas sniffer that smells gas. What it does is it sniffs out high explosive fumes. So it's a good thing to have, but if you are a homeowner and you are just, or even a plumber, if you are just looking for a leak, try spraying it down really good with soapy water. I've even sprayed the riser coming up out of the ground with soapy water before and got so many bubbles that I was able to show the homeowner there's a leak underground right here. That sold a gas relay for me, but it's what needed to be done. So a gas leak at the meter might be something you can fix yourself. Like I said, if it's the threads right there on top of the meter where you're seeing the bubbles come out, if you've got a wrench big enough, put it on there, tighten it up a little bit, and see if that's the deal. But like I've stated in one of my other videos, do not over tighten it, okay? If you tighten it too much and mess up that washer in there, you're gonna end up calling the gas company anyway. Now my last tip for homeowners is a really good one, and it's one I think every homeowner should know. The valve right there on the inlet side of the meter, with the right size crescent wrench or with the right wrench, whether it be a crescent or a pair of channel locks, you can actually turn off the gas yourself. Why is this a good thing? Because if you think you have a leak on your side, you can shut the gas off safely and you can call a plumber. Now remember, I told you, once you call the gas provider and they come out and put a lock on it, it takes the permit and it takes an inspection. If a plumber comes out and say caps off an old line that maybe isn't even in use anymore, or does something like that, there's really nothing to inspect. A good plumber is going to put a test on it anyway to make sure that it's holding, just like he would for the city, just like he would if he pulled a permit. So to call a plumber, to get a plumber to come out, if you shut that valve off and you make your house safe, call a plumber first. Guys, that can save you several $100s because a permit and an inspection, a plumber getting it ready for inspection, a plumber coming back later to hook everything up. Guys, this starts adding up into several $100s. So remember, first and foremost, be safe. If you think you have a serious gas leak, call the gas company, call a plumber, call whoever can get there first. If you see your valve and know that you can turn the gas off to your house, that is a great thing to know. If you've ever had to do that, if you've ever shut your own gas off or fixed a leak at your house, please leave a comment down below and let me know. Or if you've got something different, and I know that they make the fluorescent bubbles and different things like that, it's all the same type system, but if you've got a different way of finding gas leaks, please leave a comment down here and let me know because I'd like to know about it. If you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on anything. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber, and I'll see you on the next video if you don't get flushed.